Hi guys, welcome to episode number 18 of the J&J podcast. My name is John Madigan, and before you guys get to listen to episode number 18, I want to tell you guys a little bit behind the scenes information and let you know about something. Part of the problem about recording a podcast earlier in the week and then releasing it later is that information changes so quickly. And during this episode, we had made references to the fact that we still didn't have our new logo yet. Well, as of today, that has changed. We have the new logo. It's on iTunes. In fact, you're looking at it right now when you downloaded this episode. Joseph and I will make a more formal announcement about that as soon as the two of us can get together. But so if you hear that throughout the episode, which I'm sure you will, just be worried of the fact that we filmed this much earlier. But the new logo is out. I hope you guys like it. A formal announcement about it will be coming out later regarding merchandise and the fact that just we have a new logo. Enjoy episode number 18. Thank you guys so much for listening to us each and every week. Thank you. Welcome to the 18th episode of the J&J podcast. My name is John.
And I'm Joe.
Thank you guys so much for listening to us and tuning us in every week. Truly means a lot to us both. Joseph, how are you?
I'm doing alright. Nothing in particular to talk about. Tomorrow's finals week.
Oh, dude. Well, I wish you a lot of luck.
Yeah, luck. We'll go with that.
Oh man, we have another great episode of the J&J podcast for you guys. We're going to talk about a crazy drive home. We're going to talk about Joseph's job interview. We're going to talk about your dumb headlines for today. We're going to talk about Call of Duty. We got a lot of topics for you guys. But Joe, first things first. How was your Mother's Day?
My Mother's Day was alright. It was Mother's Day.
Did you get to spend it with your mom? Because I know you spend a lot of time within your school, so.
I saw her on Friday.
You saw her, so did you guys celebrate on Friday?
Sort of, yeah.
What'd you guys do?
We just went out. We had some lunch.
What did you have?
What did we have? We had McDonald's.
Yum.
There's not much that here in There isn't much here in Lima.
Rochester. Yeah, Lima. Okay, so Joe, what'd you have for lunch today?
Oh, what did I have for lunch today? I had a stuffed pepper.
A stuffed pepper. Okay, that's different.
Come in.
That's different for you. And who's there?
It's not me. That wasn't me.
Are you sure?
As the Lord lives.
What happened? Tell us what's going on. We're live, people. We're live. What's going on?
Someone just accused me of taking their dishes, using their dishes over the weekend.
Who stole the dishes? I want to know.
Not me.
Well, let's get the guy. Who's in here? Let's talk. Let's get the guy in here.
Jeremy, get your butt in here.
Jeremy, we want to know who stole the dishes. Come on, we're gonna open up a crime scene investigation. Come on,
Jeremy.
Jeremy has no clue who the I am. Oh, sorry, I'll bleep that out.
Thank you.
Jeremy.
He's not answering.
Jeremy. Jeremy's not coming?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, John's feeling extra stupid tonight.
Just a little bit.
Something, John?
I'm sorry?
Did you take something?
Did I take something? No, I didn't take anything. Today was Mother's Day. I'm sorry, what?
You add Mars Attacks onto Plex.
Oh, not yet. Today was Mother's Day as of the time of this recording, Sunday, May 8th. We had my uncles come over with their dog. We ordered in Italian food today. Joe, what's your favorite type of Italian food other than pizza?
I would have to go with it. It depends who's cooking it, because every Italian cook is different.
Well, we ordered from All Star, Vinny's Pizzeria.
I have found that All Star does really good chicken parmesan.
Yes, that's what I had.
Great mark,
Love.
right?
I realized, going down the order, you live in Staten Island when more than half the order ends in the word parm. you know?
Chicken parm,
Yeah,
eggplant parm.
parm. It's everyone's ordering just so much parm. It's nuts. But no, we had a really nice day today. I got my mug. My mom drinks. I'm sorry, bro.
Got mugged.
I didn't get mugged. No, my mom, she drinks tea every morning, and I bought her
Ladies and gentlemen, tea.
tea. Yeah, she drinks tea every morning. Okay, shut up.
Tea.
Tea! Shut up! And because of that, she collects coffee mugs. And so I made her a custom coffee mugs, and it has 6 pictures of us together on it. And then on the other side, it says "World's Greatest Son." Joseph?
Yeah, I feel like lying to your mother isn't a really nice thing to do.
No, I'm just kidding. But I did get the mug, but instead of saying "World's Greatest Son," I put down Happy Mother's Day. But no, she was nice. She liked it. Joe, what did you get your mom for Mother's Day?
I am my mom's gift.
You are your mom's gift. That's so sweet of you. But Joe, let's get into today's one of today's topics. Joe, you had a job interview today, and this was one of your first job interviews. How did that go?
It went well.
Now, where did you? I don't know if you want to say the name of the place, but you can tell them what type of place it is.
It's just a little grocery store that's in the town that I live in.
Okay, so what was it like? Who was the person interviewing you? Like, tell us every little detail. We want to know.
I do believe she was the manager. She was a nice older woman. She was very interested in the fact that I didn't really have I was very available for any time she gave me. So I don't know for sure yet, but if I get the job, I feel like it'll be late hours and early mornings. And she was like, "Well, when are you free?" I'm like, "Always. I am always free. You call me at any time, and I will be there if it's part of the job." No, what you have to understand is, I try to keep work life and personal life separate. So even my last job, my old boss, who I love to death, he's a really nice guy. I would never spend any personal time with him though.
Gotcha. But all in all, do you think you have the job?
I think, God willing, I'll have the job.
When do you find out?
Sometime this week.
Sometime this week. So, if you get the job, how are you going to celebrate?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Joe, you seem very boring today. I'm not going to lie.
I'm not trying to be boring. I'm just trying to think about what's up. Oh, I know what we can talk about, John. I saw a really good movie.
What movie?
I highly recommend it. It's called Pulp Fiction.
Oh, Pulp Fiction. Okay, of course. One of the classics. I mean, all right. What did you like about it?
I like the fact that it acknowledged using the Lord's name in vain is wrong.
That's what you got from Pulp Fiction?
That's one of the things I got from it.
People watching this right now are just like, what the hell is this kid talking about? So that, out of everything in that, one of the classics, one of the greatest movies known to man, that is the one thing you got from it.
That's one of the things I got from it.
You want to tell them anything else, Joe?
I really enjoyed the fact that the hitman would use a Bible scripture before he killed people.
Fair enough. Do you feel like if you were a killer, would you do that?
Oh yeah.
And what scripture would you use?
Oh, that's a tough one.
What scripture would you use if you're going to kill someone? What scripture would you use?
That's a really tough one. There's a lot of good ones for that too.
Speaking about killing people, I was at a comedy club the other night, and one of the jokes the guy said was, because the comedy club it's on Staten Island. Staten Island's the only comedy club, the Looney Bin. Which, by the way, guys, if you haven't checked it out, definitely go to it. It's a great club owned by a great guy, Vic. Great guy. Totally go down to that club. He said, the comedy club is actually in the middle between an LA Fitness and a Wendy's and a bowling alley. It's squished right in the middle. So, he said, he's like, there's about, about 100 people maybe, within this. One of those people, has had to kill somebody at some point in their life. I mean, Joe, would you agree with that?
I suppose. Um, I guess. Oh, yeah, that's true. And just to answer your question, hold on. Let's see here. I'm googling. I am googling scriptures that would be good for killing people. If I was going to be the last thing.
Joe, it's a personal question. It's not something you can Google.
Well, no. Looking up scriptures about the sword, about putting people to the sword.
Oh man, but
Okay, here we go. It's in Joshua 11, verse 14, and it says, "But all the people they put to the sword until they completely destroyed them. But they killed all the people, leaving no one to survive. Persons with sword until they annihilated them all, leaving no one alive, not men or women or children. They had destroyed them all. They had left none breathing."
Oh, it's a very nice scripture, Joe. Now, here's the next tough question: who would you kill?
I
Let's
can't
confess
say
to
that
this right now. Joe?
Hold on, yeah. I wouldn't kill anybody unless circumstances dictated it.
What are those circumstances?
Oh, that's a tough one too. I don't know. I guess if someone tried to kill my family.
I would love to see you, like, in a fit of rage. I feel like I haven't truly seen you, like, in, like, a real fit of rage.
Yeah, that's fair. Not too many people have. I get really bad. When I start throwing things is when I start going into a fit of rage.
You've thrown things? What's, like, the biggest thing you've thrown? Like, the most, like, ridiculous thing you've thrown?
In absolute anger and rage, I picked up a 300-pound desk and snapped it over my knee, and then threw the resulting pieces against the wall.
Are you like a WWE wrestler or something?
No, it's just when I get really angry, like I can lift extreme amounts of things. Like if my mom needs me to pick something up, she'll remind me of something that pissed me off, and I'll just be able to I'll go ham. I'll pick something up.
I don't think that's healthy. Also, I don't know what going ham means.
It means just going crazy.
Well, Joe, we all know you've been crazy for a very long time now.
Well, that's fair.
But yeah, no. So we have a good show for you guys. We're actively working on a new logo, and we found something that Joseph and I both really like. Isn't that right, Joseph?
Yes.
Yeah, so we have our designer fixing up just the little details on it, and then we're gonna be selling it on T-shirts and sweatshirts and hats and coffee mugs. So we're gonna be selling all of that, and actually I started to get to work on the store today. All the paperwork with the IRS has already been submitted in and approved. So it's literally just getting the logos up on there, and then you guys will be able to purchase stuff. And just to give you guys just a little bit of insight, because we've always been kind of like transparent with you guys. We've already gotten a few people who have actively expressed interest in buying stuff. That's kind of where I got this whole idea from. Who wanted to buy T-shirts and whatnot. But, we weren't selling them, and we didn't think people would want them, but, people have expressed interest in it, so I'm pretty happy about that. Everything will be made in the USA. Isn't that great, Joe?
Yeah, God bless America.
Nothing will be shipped out to China, so you don't have to worry about that. Everything will be made...
I bet you that if we emailed Trump and we told him all of our stuff would be made in America, he would buy some of our stuff.
That would be great. I would love that.
I say we do it.
I'll email Trump. Yeah, let's email Trump. Let's see if he'll come on the J&J podcast. He can make our views amazing. Joe?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm
waiting. What are you distracted with? You're very distracted right now.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You kind of caught me right in the middle of a movie, and I was kind of distracted by.
Are you watching a movie right now?
I'm not watching a movie, but I'm thinking about the movie.
What movie?
Well, it's not a movie, really. It's a TV show.
What TV show?
It's called iZombie.
iZombie. Okay, yes, I know of iZombie. What?
Very good.
Joe, get the head out of the TV show. Who cares about the TV show? You can watch the TV show at any time.
That's not true, John. I have finals tomorrow. Do you know what my week looks like?
Yeah, Joe. So, I guess it's good that we're recording the podcast right now. Then.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, John, question: are you coming up for graduation or no? You still haven't given me an answer.
No, no. It's. There's too many circumstances to it.
See, ladies and gentlemen, John does not love you enough to come see me so we can do a live episode. I hope you're happy for
I
John.
will be coming up to Rochester in the summer for at least a week. That I promised you. I will be coming up for a week, and I would like to record a lot of podcasts while I'm there. In fact, I was thinking about this the other day. You know, for those of you who don't know, from where I live, it takes 8 hours for me to go visit Joseph up in Rochester. That's 8 hours on a train, you know? That's crazy. I was wondering, because they do have Wi-Fi on the train, I was wondering if we could record a podcast while on the train.
I feel like you wouldn't be able to do that. Like the conductor or somebody would stop you. You'd be too loud.
That would be really funny, though. Imagine if they kicked me out like 5 hours in. I have no clue where I am. But Joseph, I'll absolutely be coming up to Rochester, like without a doubt in my mind. I'll be coming up for a week, but somebody has to go up to their mother and figure out the dates that I can come up. That way I can buy the tickets, you know?
Yes, I know, John.
I will absolutely, without a doubt, be taking a week off from work and be coming up to go visit you, bro.
Now, I have a question, John. I want your honest opinion on this, and I want you to look at this from a non-biased view.
Okay.
How would you feel if I said no to you coming up because I had something else to do for that week?
I'd be pretty pissed off.
Well, you didn't actually ask the what, though. That's the thing.
I don't care. I don't care what the other thing is. It makes me pissed off. You can't spend a week with your Brody after he's willing to commit 8 hours to go travel to see you?
Oh, please, John. I've traveled well over 20 hours. Listen, John. I have traveled 10, count them, folks, 10 8-hour trips just to see John on Staten Island. Okay? So really, which one of us is a better friend?
Joe, I'm not saying you haven't done your time. That's why I'm coming up, because I absolutely agree. You have come down, absolutely a hell of a lot more than I have. But I also think it is worth noting that there is a legal right for you to come down to go visit your father. Like, there is that behind it, you know? I don't think you've actually ever made trips to come down specifically to see me. I think there's some sort of legal contract where you do have to visit your father X amount of times a year.
Actually, John, I'm 18. I don't have to see either of my parents if I don't want to, but fortunately for me, they're great parents, and I do want to see them as much as possible.
Actually, you're 21.
Didn't I say 21?
No, you said 18.
I mean, I'm over 18, rather, what I meant to say.
Oh, man, but I'm coming up, I'm absolutely coming up after my 21st birthday, because, you
can't drink, John. Like, I can be your designated driver, but that's about it.
Can you be my designated driver?
Technically, I'm not even supposed to step foot in a bar.
What?
That's actually in the contract as well.
The contract from Elam. Guys, we're learning more and more details. You know what you guys should do? Because Joseph has released just little details about his little contract throughout every episode. So I really hope somebody can go back into the back of the episodes and then take just the little details that he said and just kind of put it together so we can get the whole contract together. Doesn't that sound like a good idea, Joseph?
I'll tell you the whole thing, John. Like, I don't have anything to hide. I can't drink. Can't have sex. Can't walk into a bar. Have to go to chapel every week. What else is there? Just stuff like that.
Your school has too much control over your life. I truly believe that.
You know that I can find all of those rules in the Bible in one place or another, except for the no drinking thing.
I mean, Joe, you're 21. You're allowed to drink.
According to society.
Don't get drunk? Yeah, that's fine. I understand that. You can have a drink, though. A drink's not going to do anything to you. I mean, and that's one thing. I would love to have a drink with my best friend, honestly and truly. Joe?
What can I say?
You're very distracted right now, I can tell. The fans can tell. I you guys have my full attention. But Joseph here is paying attention to other stuff.
Yes, I am. I'm paying attention to my girl. Because you know what? I have a girl, John, unlike you. That's right. Silence. Silence.
There's no silence. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying. Can you tell her, hey, babe, I'm kind of doing a podcast right now. I'll talk to you in about an hour.
I could, but I'm not going to.
Why?
Because no, what, John? Just don't worry about it. Mind your own business.
Well, it's annoying. Okay, and I've been trying to do this, not in the public eye, but I've been messaging you, telling you to freaking mute that sound because
don't actually know how to.
Well, figure it out. I don't know. Just here. So you go to the options on the chat. You see the little settings button?
Yeah.
Click mute conversation.
No, because I won't get any messages from her at all.
No, you'll get the messages. You'll just have to check them.
Hold on. It says chat windows will stay closed and you won't get push notifications. Oh, okay.
Exactly. You won't get notifications. You'll still get chat.
Okay.
I should have told you to click block messages. That would have been a lot better. Oh man. But so I'm gonna be coming out there after my birthday just so I can hang out with my best friend. But what do you mean if telling me I can't come up? What do you mean by that?
Some stuff may have come up.
Like what?
Oh, just the normal kind of stuff.
Like what? Hey, nothing came up. BS. I'm calling your bluff.
Oh, John, here's the thing. You really want to do this on the podcast?
Yeah, I want to do this on the podcast.
All right. Well, I was hoping to actually see my girl over the summer, and I can't take 2 weeks off.
Dude, I swear. How would you even be seeing her? How?
I would want to drive up, visit for a little bit.
Oh, but you're not going to get your license.
I am getting my license.
Yeah, Joe, when was the last time you got in the seat of a car?
In the seat of a car? Just the other day.
The driver's seat. And actually drove.
6-7 months ago?
Yeah, you're not passing.
Was that a bet, John?
That's a bet live on the J&J podcast. That's a bet.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here. Okay, we're making this bet. Okay, what happens if I win, John?
If you win, I will send you $10.
I don't want $10, John. I want something a little bit more. I think that we need something a little bit more than that. How about
wait, before you say it, do you want to chat it to me? Do you want to chat it to me so I can tell you if you can say it or not? Is it gonna be bad?
No. It won't be anything bad. Okay, I've got it. If I win, you have to sit down with me for an entire 30 minutes while I read you a book of the Bible.
And if I win?
If you win, what do you want?
I want to have a drink with my best friend.
I can't do that because of the contract.
Screw the I want to watch you rip up the contract.
Oh, I can't do that either.
I want to watch you drop out of college. That's what I want.
Can't do. Come on, pick something feasible. I picked something that.
Come on, if you're so certain that you're gonna pass, tell me you'll drop out of college.
No, John. Seriously, pick something that I can do.
Oh man. Okay. You're gonna be working now. If you don't pass, you have to pay for my trip up to Rochester.
If I have enough money at the time, yes.
Oh, that's no fun. Because I know you're gonna spend it all on Star Wars coins.
Hey, that's not true.
You're right. You'll split it across Pokemon stuff too.
I don't buy Pokemon stuff, John. I only play old games that I already have.
I don't know. I don't know what I want. Okay, I got it. So if you win, you get to read me a half hour of a Bible scripture. If I win, though, when I come up to Rochester, you have to come back down with me to Staten Island.
I can't guarantee that. Like, it has to be something that you can... How about this, John? Let's make this deal. I'm going to do something. I'll offer something that I've never done in our 8 years of friendship, okay?
Sex?
No, John. Anyway, here's the deal, okay? if I win, okay, you have to sit down with me and listen to Bible for a half hour. But if I win, when you come up, I won't bring my Bible with me anywhere we go.
I don't care if you bring your Bible with you anywhere you go, though. I never tell you to leave it home. I may hide it from you just to watch you panic, but I never tell you that you have to leave it home. Do I? I've actually been very good about that, I think.
That's
I think
fair.
you got to give me props about that. I've never given you a problem about it. I've always stuck right by your side. I watched you while I filmed you carrying a cross around Staten Island.
That's fair.
I think I've been pretty damn good to you. Oh man, that's the thing. That's the problem with me. You can't give me anything. I just. Oh man, what? Oh, I don't know. What can you give me? All right. You got to buy me ice cream when I come up.
Oh, you're so lame. Okay.
I'm so lame. I threw out like 10 suggestions. You're like, that's not feasible. That's not. I'm like, what am I?
Okay. More tangible, John.
All right. When I come up, you got to jump off the roof of your house onto the grass.
Can I have a trampoline?
No, you can't have a trampoline. All right, you know what? Fine. All right, yeah, you can have a trampoline. All right, fine.
Okay, I'll do it then.
Do you have a trampoline?
My neighbors do.
So you got to jump off your neighbor's roof into a trampoline, and I can watch you break your bones. Assuming you make the trampoline, though. I would love it if you jumped into the trampoline and it just kind of caved in. It didn't fix your fall at all. Would you jump off the roof though? Would you do that?
Yeah, I would do that. I would jump off my roof.
What would your mom say?
We would have to do it while she's not home.
and can we record it for the podcast?
I don't know if I want to.
Because I know our fans would love to listen to that. They probably would love to see it more, but they would just love to listen to it.
I guess like my thing is I don't want any future employers think I'm like stupid.
You know, when I was filling out your application for that other job, I should have put this down as I should have put down the J&J podcast down, like in the comments, so they could listen to this.
Yeah. No.
Do you think this podcast will help you get jobs, or harm you from getting jobs?
Depends. It depends on what episodes listen to.
Okay. Alright, so I know Joseph has been wanting to talk about one story in particular that happened just the other night. Alright, let's just get this out of the way. Let's just do this now. I will start it off with the background details of how we got to where we are, and then Joseph will give the rest of the details and I'll chime in. Is that fair, Joseph?
That's fair.
Alright, so I think I mentioned it on the last podcast of where I was going to. But if I didn't, I went to a place on Staten Island called #Bar. It's a bar in Staten Island. Pretty cool place. Because they were having a thing called Comedyoke. It's a thing of stand-up comedy and karaoke. Stand-up comedians go up, they do their set, and then immediately afterwards they have to pull a song out of a hat, and whatever song they picked randomly, they have to do that song for karaoke. Joseph, does that sound fun to you?
Not particularly, but I'll roll with it.
I mean, would you watch it? I mean, obviously you don't do stand-up comedy, but would you watch? Is that something you'd watch?
Yeah, I guess so.
So, I had a few friends performing that night, so I drove down there, I went there. And, this bar is in the not-so-nice area of Staten Island, and it was pretty late at night. And I had to park my car a few blocks away, because there was simply no parking around. And, so I left the bar around, like, 11:45. Oh, by the way, just for anybody listening, no, I did not have a single drink at the bar, except for a Diet Coke. So I was perfectly fine to drive home, in that sense. And, so I left the bar around 11:30, midnight. And, Joseph, I guess I'll let you take it from here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So you have to understand something, okay? First of all, it was a long day for me. This whole week has been a long day for me. I mean, this whole week has been a long week for me.
I'm surprised you even answered, to be honest.
I'm surprised too.
I thought you'd be I thought you'd be asleep.
I was almost asleep. So I guess a little bit of context, and this episode never, like, what happens on this episode stays on this episode, okay? No one ever hears about this. But
except for, everyone on the internet who's listening to this.
Yeah.
Except the 700 people who's downloaded our past episodes,
Yeah, but it never leaves us, right? Us and the 700 fans. Okay?
Right.
Me and my girlfriend got into an argument, and that's why I was up.
Wait, let's go into the details of that first, please. Can we go into the details? Please!
Okay. All that you guys need to know is that I was trying to defuse a very delicate situation that I had. Okay?
When a woman doesn't make you your sandwich, sometimes you gotta just, just happens.
No, anyway. And so that's why I picked up. I was dead tired. I had so much work to do for school because it's my last 2 weeks of school. And John calls me up, and he's like, Brody. And I'm like, why are you calling me at 12 o'clock in the morning, John? He's like, Brody, it's, what was it?
It was around 11:30 midnight.
I'm in the hood, right?
Yes.
And I was like, okay, well, what do you want me to do about it? And he's like, I just want somebody to talk to me, right, while I'm in the hood. I feel like I'm gonna get shot. I'm like, John,
I did not say that part. Did not say that part. Be fair.
You thought you would die.
I did not. Never did I say, Joe, I think I'm gonna get shot. In fact, I was alone pretty much the whole time.
Shot or shanked. I forgot which one it was, but it was one or the other. Anyway.
I did not say either. I've never even said the word shanked before in my life.
Well, then you have now. Anyway. So then John says to me, so I'm like, why are you calling me? I can't help you if you get killed, right? He's like, well, I just want you to be on the phone with me. He's like, what are you doing, Brody? And I'm like, well, apparently I'm talking to a grown man about babysitting a grown man over the phone. Right? And then John proceeds to whine for the next 30 minutes until 1 o'clock in the morning until he finds his way home.
But you're not giving the full details, Joe.
What details do you want? You, ladies and gentlemen, have two co-hosts. One grown man and the other one is John.
You people. Alright, I will fill in some details that don't make me look, so bad. Some facts that Joseph just likes to leave out. Not once did I ever say I'm gonna get shot. Number two, I was in a very bad area, and especially I don't go to this area, ever. I wanted someone to be on the phone with me, yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, When you're all alone, I like to be on the phone with someone, God forbid if anything. I don't think that's a bad thing at all. But Joseph likes to make fun of me, for no reason.
No, John, I like to make fun of you for plenty good reasons.
Shut up. So, I called him up, and, I was fully honest with him. And then what happened was, because I'm not in this area, I have a GPS on my phone. And so, I followed the GPS. And honestly, I just wanted someone, when I initially called, I just wanted someone, until I got into the car. I didn't care, but Joseph and I happened to just get into a conversation. That's really what happened. But as I was driving, there was a road closure on a major road, and I guess they do a lot of, construction work in the middle of the night, so people in the morning can, get up and use it. I was unaware of this, and I had a very difficult time getting home in an area that I was not comfortable being in. And, so I had Joe stay on the phone with me the whole time, because I wasn't comfortable. I didn't feel right.
I wasn't comfortable.
I wasn't comfortable. Shut up. Kill yourself. But
Hey, okay, I'm not going to make that statement, never mind.
Thank you. Whatever statement it was, I thank you for not making it. But, yes, I wanted someone on the phone with me. I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, really, is there such an issue with just wanting someone on the phone, just, God forbid if anything, just to make sure? Really, tell me what's so bad about that, Joe. When you don't know where you are or where you're going, it's not such a bad idea to have a friend on the phone, so you don't feel completely alone. Explain it to me, Joseph.
John, it's not that. Listen, okay. Here's a few issues that I have with it. You live on a 13-mile island, okay? You
Right, but all the roads were closed.
Listen, you're not listening though. You're cutting me off. I let you talk, didn't I?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, what you have to understand is what makes it so wrong is this. Okay, first of all, you live on a 13-mile island. Okay, I don't understand. I just don't understand how you could get lost on a 13-mile island. It's 13 miles. Number one. Number two, say something did happen to you, John. I am literally 300 miles away. What do you expect me to do? Right? With that also being said, okay, you were whining like a little baby.
I was very annoyed with all the street closures, you know? I mean, you can get lost on a 13-mile island when, first of all, you don't know the area, and second of all, the streets are closed.
You do not know the area, John. You've lived on the island literally your entire life.
Not literally my entire life. I was born in Brooklyn, damn it. I lived in Brooklyn for the first 6 or 7 years of my life.
Your entire adult life, you've lived on one island, John.
Yes, that's true, but I'm not down in that area, you know, I'm just not there. I mean, is there anything wrong with not being there?
What? Yeah, John, it means you're racist if you won't go into that. I'm kidding. I'm totally joking.
It has nothing to do, I never mentioned race at all throughout this entire thing, Joseph.
Are you sure about that, John? I'm sorry, I'm kidding. I'm going to stop now.
I don't care. I've been waiting for this day where we can make racist jokes. I'm waiting.
Can't make racist jokes, John.
I would really love it if we made racist jokes. Why can't we make racist jokes?
Because, John, God created everyone equal.
Here, I'll make a racist joke right now. John? So, Harriet Tubman's going to be on the...
John, if you really want to keep this podcast going, you will stop yourself before you make a mistake.
Fine. Fine. Anyway, so yeah, that was just the whole thing. Joe made such a big deal about it. I was not happy because I didn't know where I was going. Like, you know, I didn't know where I was going. When the GPS is telling you to go places and then those roads are closed, you know, it's a problem. I mean, why is that such an issue, Joseph?
It didn't make you look good, John. In my view, you looked very baby-like.
Very baby-like. That's real mature, Joseph. Oh.
Hey, John.
Oh, we both have coughs tonight.
Oh gosh, that was too funny.
Sure.
Your face, though.
All right.
So...
Let's get into our next topic. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Coming out really soon. This November. Joseph, did you watch the trailer?
I did.
Now, what were your honest thoughts?
My honest thoughts were that it's going to be just like every other Call of Duty. You're going to shoot one trigger, one trigger shoot, one trigger's aim, one trigger's to throw some fancy A is going to be to jump, and the only difference is it's going to be taking place in space. That's literally it. It's literally the extent of what it's going to be. Do you know how I know that, John? Ask me how I know that.
How do you know that, Joseph?
Because that's what every Call of Duty's been.
Now, Joseph, this game has received a lot of hate. Because it's, you know, it's very different. I mean, you know, as of, you know, it's not, you know, this is the first time we're going into space. Right. Do you feel like it should be receiving the amount of hate it's been receiving? Before the game even comes out, from one trailer.
I already hate it.
So the trailer, as of today, as of this recording, has become the most disliked video on YouTube.
I can amen that. I didn't like
with it. With over 1 million dislikes.
Hey, that must be some sort of new record.
I just said it was the most disliked video on YouTube.
Making history all around.
Do you feel like Activision should continue with this game, or should they scrap this and come out with a new game next year?
They should scrap it and make a new game.
And do you think the Call of Duty community would be fine with not getting a new Call of Duty this year?
I would be okay with it, and I've been a long time fan.
I think if Call of Duty wants to be smart... Now look, I personally have no problem with this whole space theme. In fact, I'm willing to try it out. It actually sounds like fun. You know, I don't really have a problem with... It, you know, I feel like it's different, you know? I feel like it's finally a change in the Call of Duty community, you know? It's... I mean, is it totally futuristic? Yeah, but, you know, I mean, why knock it until you try it, you know? So I'm willing to give it a shot, but obviously the majority of people hate it. If it has this many dislikes, I think Activision should definitely try to just scrap this game and then only release the Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare remastered that they said will come with the Legacy Edition. Release that for $40 or $30, and so that way you gain in some revenue, and there's still a new Call of Duty coming out, and then next year come out with a game that people want. What do you think, Joseph?
I think that might be a fair statement. I think personally, what I think would be better, right, is I think that they should take. So I would really like to see a. How do I want to put this? I would really like to see. I know that they're redoing Modern Warfare, like the original one, right? I would like to see Modern Warfare redone, but with a new story arc to it.
Wouldn't that just be a new game?
No, like the controls are the same and the time period is the same and everything like that. And another thing I would really like to see, I would like to see a Korean War video game.
A Korean War?
Did you know we had a Korean War, John? Is that a thing you're aware of?
No, Joe. I know we had a Korean War. I'm just saying that's different. I never actually didn't hear that.
Think about it. We had a World War II Call of Duty, right? We had a World War I video game somewhere back there. It wasn't made by them, though. But we had a Vietnam game that's Black Ops 1, right?
Yeah.
We had an Iraq game, right? I haven't yet to see a Korean War game, and I would really like to.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So, Joseph, if you had an Xbox, would you be purchasing Infinite Warfare?
Probably not. I'm not gonna lie.
Really? Because you're not a fan of this, or just because you don't have money?
No, John. It's because of the fact that all of the Call of Duties are exactly the same, and I would prefer to see something fresh and funky.
Fresh and funky. So, if you had to design the next Call of Duty, what would it be? Just Korean? It would be a Korean War game?
It would be a Korean War game, or it would either be a Korean War game, or it would be all of the Call of Duties, and I know they're made by different companies, like I get that, but I'm saying if I could, right? I would have all of the Call of Duties hodgepodge together in one ultimate campaign that's time travel centered. So you could essentially, you're buying all of the games at once.
Fair enough.
You're playing them.
Alrighty. I think it's time we get into our dumb headlines. Now, Joe, we had a dumb headline, and actually now that I'm going back and checking, they actually found out that was actually a fake news article. It actually wasn't real. So the original headline we chose was a DUI lawyer arrested for he was charged with a DUI. So the irony in that. But as of this moment, when we were filmed starting about an hour ago, I guess, we were told it's real, but now we know it's fake. Oh man.
Good for him.
Good for him, yeah. I'm trying to just scrump. Oh wow, an Anne Frank virtual reality film is in development.
I don't know how that's supposed to work, but all right.
If you've ever, this is the article says, if you've ever wanted to experience Anne Frank's attic in virtual reality form, you'll soon have your chance. So I guess you'll be watching.
I cannot say I've ever felt that particular need in my life, but all right, let's go for it.
So it's gonna be on those. It's gonna be on those virtual reality helmets, and where you're Anne Frank.
Okay. What do you? Appropriate, but all right.
It's like what do you have to do? Just kind of like just stand still, like just don't make a noise, like. I mean that sounds a little wrong. Do you think this will do well, Joe?
I don't know.
Do you feel like people should live through this?
See, in what context?
Should people live through the world of Anne Frank? Should they live through what it's like to be hiding in an attic while the Nazis come and and capture you? I mean, how do you feel about that?
I feel like it depends. Is there an alternate history?
I don't know.
like, can you not get caught? Can you survive the war, or is it just
No, because it's not a video game. It's a video. It's a movie. So yeah, you'll get caught, but you're Anne Frank.
Huh? Yeah, I don't know, John. We'll figure it out. We'll probably play it, man.
Virtual reality is getting scary already, and it's already just the beginning. Like, I don't like where virtual reality is already heading. I mean, we've already had a 9/11 video game, and now we have the movie of Anne Frank, where you're Anne Frank in 360. I don't like where virtual reality is heading, and I kind of feel like it's still too early in development for this kind of thing. Oh, I know what I want to talk about.
What?
Joe, did you hear about Bodie McBoatface?
I did not know what you're talking about.
You didn't hear about Bodie McBoatface?
No.
All right, so let me explain. First things first, Joe. Do you think asking the internet to come up with a name for anything is a good idea?
No, we didn't do it. That's for sure.
Yeah, no. But this wasn't good. In fact, I'll provide backup information. In 2012, did you know Mountain Dew had a campaign where they were supposed to be coming out with a new green apple type of soda.
Yeah, okay. I heard something of that.
And I don't know if the soda actually ever came out. But they ran an online website where they were going to let the internet come up with the name of the soda. And do you know what the #1 vote was, like, by a landslide?
Bodie McBoatface?
No, Joe. This is back in 2012. This Bodie McBoatface is now. This was Joe. What would you name a soda? Green apple soda.
Apple Orchard?
That's a nice name. But the people of the internet banded together, and the #1 name that was displayed on Mountain Dew's official website was, and I quote, "Hitler did nothing wrong." That was the name of the soda by a landslide. Hitler did nothing wrong. So Mountain Dew actually just shut down the entire campaign.
I don't blame them.
Because it's like, what do you do at that point? What else can you do at that point other than shut down the campaign?
You don't do anything. You just shut down the campaign.
So yeah, so they shut that down. I don't know if the soda actually ever came out, but the internet banded together and came up with Hitler did nothing wrong, and so Mountain Dew had to just shut it down. So recently, NERC Science was coming out with a submarine, and they were letting the internet pick the name. In fact, they had a whole campaign. I know, right? They were letting the internet come up with a name, and they had a whole campaign. It was called Name Our Ship, and it was a submarine. And the internet banded together, and the #1, this was public on the website, was Bodie McBoatface.
Legit.
Coming in second place was the name of a kid who's dying of cancer currently. But Bodie McBoatface was #1. And keep in mind, people, this was not a boat. This was a submarine.
Well, it's the internet, John.
And, unfortunately, NERC Science decided against Bodie McBoatface.
That's messed up.
I know, I agree. It was #1, and they still did... I'm sorry?
They go with the kid who had cancer?
No, they actually went with a scientist named Sir David Attenborough.
Well, that seems legit.
Yeah, but see, now there's a whole petition online with a couple of thousand signatures to get Sir David Attenborough, who's still alive, and he's on Twitter actively, to change his name from Sir David Attenborough to Bodie McBoatface.
I feel like that's mildly offensive.
People love the name Bodhi. They feel like Bodhi got screwed. Do you feel the same, or?
I don't know, possibly.
Joseph, you don't seem very into this podcast.
No. I just think this is stupid, John. It's not that I'm not into it. I just think this is retarded.
Then what would you like to talk about, Joseph?
I don't know.
Well, I'm coming up with stuff, Joseph.
I guess, who's excited about the fact that our only two options between, for a candidate is, Donald Trump and, Hillary Clinton?
Straight out of options.
Most intelligent thing I've ever heard you say.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're straight out of options. Between the times of the podcast, Ted Cruz and John Kasich dropped out. Meaning Donald Trump's the only nominee still in the race. Now, he can still lose, technically, because he hasn't reached the magic number yet that he needs to reach in order to secure the nomination. But, I believe if he wins California, then he's gonna get it.
Now, are you voting, John? Or did you vote?
Well, the election doesn't happen until November.
Okay.
So we can't vote yet. But in the primaries, I voted for Bernie Sanders.
God, you're stupid.
It's better than Hillary Clinton. I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard you say, and I've heard you say a lot of dumb stuff.
Then who did you vote for, Joe?
Neither. Nobody. They're all. I would never vote for any of them.
There you go. See, isn't that nice? Joseph using the word. You hear that? You hear that, guys? Joseph Vassallo used the word. Joseph Vassallo against the.
Getting cut out. Don't worry.
No, people. Joseph Vassallo is against you guys. I would understand if you wanted to turn off from his. By the way, in our new store, we have a new T-shirt coming out. Joseph hates the.
It's not true. I just don't like our candidates.
You did not say that. You did not use the word. Are you saying that right now? Do we have to replay, Joseph?
I said they are. As in.
You used the word. Unless you meant tarts, like a Pop-Tart.
Yes, they are Pop-Tarts.
They are Pop-Tarts. Got it. There you go. Fair enough. So come November, Joe, who are you voting for, Trump or Hillary?
None.
None. You're not voting.
No, it would be sinful if I voted for either of those morons.
I can't believe this is what our country has come down to.
Oh, I can.
I think this is. I kind of feel like this is like one big joke, and everyone's just kind of in on it. like, let's see how far we can push Trump.
Imagine if it was a joke to begin with, and then it just went way farther than anybody thought.
I think that's what it is. I mean, honestly, when you heard Donald Trump was running for president, did you think he would last this far?
I didn't think either of them would last this far, I'll be honest with you.
I thought Hillary would, I mean, just because, she has Bill. You have that notoriety there. I know Donald Trump has the notoriety, but I didn't think anybody would actually take him serious.
Hillary's a pathological liar.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I think it'll be really funny. If Trump wins, I predict that in 2020, we're going to get a bunch of celebrities to come in and run for president. Like, I feel like we're going to have Kanye West on the debate stage. I feel like we're going to have Lindsay Lohan on the debate stage. I mean, Joe, can you picture that?
Yeah, sort of. I guess so.
I mean, that would be amazing. I really feel like that would be funny.
Hey, Johnny, I gotta wrap this up soon.
What do you mean you gotta wrap this up? Hey, everybody. Let's start a new topic. Does anybody notice a common trend within the podcast?
What's the common trend, John?
How about like the...
Wait a second. I just want to point some things out, okay, to our lovely fans. Okay.
I'd like to point out that Joseph doesn't use a bed sheet when sleeping on his bed.
Hey, I can't, actually. I have a bed sheet, right? I just can't use it because what happens is I sleepwalk, and so it's not uncommon for me to wake
Whoa,
up.
whoa! What?
You never knew I sleepwalk?
No! Why would I know you sleepwalk?
Oh, I sleepwalk all the time.
Since when?
Since I was born.
Did you sleepwalk while I stayed over?
It's a possibility. I mean, I ended up almost outside once by accident. One time I almost jumped out of a 2-story pew. I fell asleep during church, and I was sleepwalking. I almost jumped out. I'm being serious.
And they put you on a on a bunk bed on the top. I mean, what happened? You would just fall down, right?
No. I could fall down, or I could get off regularly. It depends on whatever dream I have.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I slept walk once. I'll never forget it.
One time I almost beat my one time I almost hit my mom with the bat because I was dreaming that she was a piñata.
Now we're gonna get endorsement deals.
Total accident. I didn't. I came close to it though.
I came close, officer. I swear, it didn't happen.
One time, I thought that Optimus Prime was in my bedroom. It was bad.
You know, I don't forget. I slept walk one time. It was weird. I remember just waking up, downstairs at my grandmother's, and that's 2 flights of stairs. So I don't know how I did it. My mom claims that she was just on the couch and she was watching me, and I went down the stairs and I did it, and I don't know how I didn't fall down. I was sound asleep, and I just woke up, and I'm like, how am I downstairs?
It's
I'm like,
scary.
yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I have finals tomorrow morning.
So what does that mean? What does that mean?
It means I'm gonna have to wish you all a farewell, but I love you.
Well, then I'm gonna name the podcast.
No, I'm naming this one.
Joseph, you usually name it. I'm naming it Joseph Hates the
No, we're naming this, and it's not.
Joseph Hates the Tarts. The Tarts. T-A-R-T.
I love everybody. What we're naming this one is John Needs Babysitter When Going into Hood.
Joseph Hates the Tarts.
Seriously, John, I need to get a job. You can't do this to me.
Sure I can, Joe. It's that easy.
Dear Terry.
No! Okay, we'll come up with a new title.
What was that? And you're gonna cut stuff out too, right, John?
Yeah. Oh, God. By the way, guys, if you don't even realize, by every episode you listen to, we have stuff cut out. So sometimes if the podcast just sounds like a little weird, like it just jumps to something, that means Joseph and one of us said something really inappropriate and we can't have it on. Usually me. But
every once in a while, like with what's getting cut out right now, it was me this time by accident. But you'll never know what it is.
No, I'll tell you guys. So Joseph said he hates people.
Stop! That's getting cut out, John.
None of this is getting cut out, it's getting bleeped out, so people can just guess.
That's beautiful.
How about we name it Pop-Tarts? I said we name it... let's name it Pop-Tarts.
I mean, honestly, that's what this election is.
Bunch of Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts.
Alrighty, you heard it here first, Pop-Tarts. Alrighty, other than that, thank you guys so much for listening to the show. We'll have a new logo coming out really soon. I know I've been promising you guys that for like the past 3 weeks, but now it looks like it's really going to happen really soon. We're going to have a merchandise coming out really soon, and as soon as that happens, Joseph and I are going to post a bonus podcast episode as soon as we get the website live. And anything else you want to say before we go, Joe?
We have to give our recommendations.
Oh, that's right. Joe, you go first.
I would like to recommend... what do I want? I would like to recommend iZombie. It was a really good show. I'm on this last episode of the first season.
iZombie. Now, Joe, you know they have an iZombie comic book. Would you get that?
Possibly. It depends on how close the comic book leads to the show. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to pee my pants, so John is about to give you his recommendation, and I will be right back.
You're coming back, Joe?
Yeah, I gotta pee really bad though.
So Joseph hates people.
John.
Okay, guys. My recommendations. Oh god, I'm trying to think. Because I did have something I wanted to recommend to all of you. Oh, I know right now. The Looney Bin Comedy Club in Staten Island. I've been going there more frequently, and I was just there. I went there twice this week, and I think you guys should go out there too. The Looney Bin Comedy Club. There's going to be an open mic the first Saturday in June at 6 p.m. Check it out. Some great guys, some great comedians, and I highly recommend you guys check it out. And maybe one day I'll be performing comedy there, because I would really like to, and I know the owner, and I can get it in. Other than that, we're just waiting for Joseph to come back, so I'll just ramble about some other crap. Yeah, no, so it was at Comic Book Jones the other day. The other day was Free Comic Book Day. I don't know if anybody got some free comic books. I certainly did, but definitely check out Comic Book Jones if you guys have the chance to. It's a great store, great people. We're going to have one of the employees on in a few weeks. We had a verbal agreement. He wanted to come on. So, stay on the lookout for that. If you have any suggestions that you want to throw into the show, feel free to send me an email at john@jmadigan.com. We can always use your suggestions. And yeah, we're always listening to you guys. And if you ever want to send us emails for us to talk about and listen to, that's totally cool as well. We would love that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back.
There you are. I gave my recommendations.
What was it?
It was the Looney Bin Comedy Club in Staten Island. Open mic nights, first Saturday of every month at 6 p.m. It's free, no two-drink minimum, no cover charge. Come in, check it out. Joe.
Yeah. So, peace out. Yep.
You know you can't stay silent on a podcast, right?
Right.
Other than that, yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for listening. We'll have a new episode for you every Wednesday. Peace out, Cub Scout.
Peace out, Cub Scout. Love you guys.
Love you guys. Peace out, brother.